Congratulations on getting this broadcast centre. What are you going to do with it?
Thank you for the congratulations and good evening to you. First of all, the asset was at a strategic location next to one of the shopping centers we own in Athens. So we're going to use it in a way that will be complementary to the shopping center. Plus, it was a deal that made financial sense for us. And we wanted, as the main shareholder of the group, the largest family, we want to show the support to this transformation point of the Greek economy, which we believe is a turning point.
Where do you think, and I know you're not a politician as such, and you're not you're not buried in the economics of the country, but where do you think Greece is in this crisis? Do you see things turning around in business?
It all has to do with the determination the new government is going to show. If you ask my opinion, I believe we have a prime minister now who is determined to turn around a climate that was against investments, against enterprising, and against the private sector. The problem with Greece was that the public sector was not only too big, but it was a state-controlled economy mentality-wise.
Right.
So if you ask me at what point we are now, we're at a turning point if this determination proves to be real.
You've put your money, or the family's money and the company's money, where your mouth is. Isn't there a real danger that the culture doesn't change? You know, once the pain wears down or wears off in the future, you're back to the races of the old ways.
I'll tell you what, in Greece, you have, and what is portrayed for the right reasons internationally, is a culture that is against what I said before, investments, and a culture that doesn't change. This is half of the truth, or hopefully less than half of the truth. The other part of the truth is that we have a private sector that is not doing bad at all. If you look at the debt of the private sector, for example, it's less than any international benchmark. You have companies that are doing very well. The problem is to reduce the public sector, and this is going to be shown in the next 3-4 months. Now we're at the end of this. Either we're going to do well, or things are going to stay the way they used to be for the last decades.
Now, so I gather from what you're saying, you still have your checkbook ready, and there are still investors who will happily come with you to buy other privatized assets. And if so, what are you interested in?
Absolutely so. First of all, as a company and me personally, we talk, and we've been talking with many foreign investors who would be very willing to invest big amounts of money if they saw a change, as I said, in our determination. We're ready to invest especially in one sector that has to do with big touristic resort developments, the kind of which we don't have in Greece. We're talking about here grand golf resorts. And here, as you can see, as you can imagine, we have huge untapped potential.
Thank you for joining us, sir. We'll talk again as these developments continue, but very good to have you on our program tonight.